Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
Oh my gosh. Another week flew right by. It's Thursday already.
We got to start doing these like the old game shows. Do like 20 at a time.
I'll have to, I can't do, I can barely do one at a time.
I know, no kidding. One per week is my max.
Yes, I don't know. People do. Anyway, back to back is nuts.
That's a lot of talking.
So you have a super short podcast, I hear, this week.
No, well, kind of. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it is a question that I've got. All right. And so that's why I thought it's important to answer it in this one. And that's, should you split your marketing between two different agencies?
No. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next week and make sure to rank and review. Okay.
The idea is here. So hold on. The idea is one agency or one specialist would be only for your Google ads or your pay-per-click ads. And then another agency would handle the organic SEO of your business. So basically so kind of the idea is you have two different specialists working on your business, right? So one of them is a specialist in pay-per-click ads, and the other one is an SEO specialist who basically their job is to get you organic results, right?
Well, then now you need an SEO manager.
Or you would need some kind of, media manager in-house. But this is something that, some companies do, right? They trust one guy or one gal to do their pay-per-click, and then they trust an SEO specialist to do the SEO stuff. So this is something that we see sometimes, and they're always fun meetings to be in, and because somebody's always uncomfortable, and it's fun.
Why is it fun?
I'm not the one who's uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
So
someone staring at somebody else.
Well, yeah, just giving them the blinky eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So first, what does a typical pay-per-click agency do? What do you think?
Well, they buy a lot of Google ads, and every time someone clicks, they get paid for it.
Similar. You're close. So basically, when you bring on an agency to handle your pay-per-click ads, they're going to be creating those ads, with your help, hopefully. They're going to be managing those ads, meaning they're going to be checking them to make sure stuff's not broken or that there's underperforming keywords that are tossed out and ones that are performing. We're managing that system, that Google Ads account system. They're going to have, monthly contacts or monthly basically calls or click-throughs to your site. They're going to have targets for that. They're going to be changing your ads. They're going to be suggesting new ads, for seasonal stuff or any kind of promotion you have. They're going to be maintaining that so that way it does keep a steady flow of calls into your business. That's basically what their whole job is supposed to be. Got it?
Yeah, definitely. So,
right.
They're trying to drum up business on the internet for you.
Sure, they're trying to get you leads. That's fine. And the lead cost should, they should be able to tell you, how much are you paying per lead. And the other thing that you want to make sure that if you have one of these pay-per-click agencies that you're involved with them is, make sure that they are transparent, right? You don't want to just be paying them $2,000 a month and then they're not telling you how much they're actually putting into the Google ads. Right. So they just say $2,000, thanks. And then you hear crickets. That's bad. Right. So make sure that, when they give you those reports, right, they're supposed to be creating reports for you monthly or whatever, or doing some kind of screen share with you to show you your account stuff, explain everything. You want to basically stop them at the very beginning and say, hey, this is my Google Ads account, right? And then they're going to say, yeah, this is your Google Ads account. And then you're going to say, yes, I need direct access to that Google Ads account. I need to be, the admin of it. Basically, you want to have complete control and access to that Google Ads account. And
here come the blinky eyes.
Well, if they are reticent to doing that, this is a big red flag. We've talked about that, the red flags for an agency, and that's one of them, in my opinion, is that if they don't give you direct access to an account that you're paying for, then that's bad. Okay. And the reason that's bad is because when and if you move on, you don't have access to that data anymore. That's bad, right? You've been paying for that. So and basically this allows you to see any kind of shenanigans that they might be running on you by saying, hey, thanks for the $2,000. And we're going to put in $100 into Google Ads, and we're going to take the other 1,900. Thank you.
Go to the Bahamas.
All right. So, and then also you want to make sure that those ads that, if they are connected to your website, like we see companies, pay-per-click agencies, that they'll create a one-page website for you, in quotes, I just said for you. And basically it's a site that they funnel ads to that they control 100% completely, and you don't. And then that they have those one-page sites. Basically, you're paying for traffic to a one-page site that you don't own, that doesn't help your presence. So really, really bad, in my opinion. And so you want to make sure that pay-per-click agency, those are some red flags to look for, right? So if they're doing things correctly, they're transparent, they're pointing stuff to your site. They might, say we need some landing pages on your site or whatever. Those are fine. As long as you own everything, then we're all golden, right? Okay.
In theory.
Yeah. So now, on the other hand, a typical organic SEO agency, their whole focus is building your authority organically and bringing traffic to your site organically. So that means they're building tons and tons of great things on your site for people to come and see. And off of the site, they're doing stuff to signal to Google that these are great articles and great content on your site. So they should be very transparent in what they're doing as well, right? Because it's your site. If they're doing all of this stuff, in quotes, offsite, then you want a list of what they're doing offsite, because if, that can be a little boondoggle there as well.
Okay.
All right. So now you're thinking, okay, great. Both of these should be able to exist, simultaneously. Unfortunately, they're kind of at cross purposes, right? Because the goal of those pay-per-click ads should be to build the authority, so those calls come in organically more often. So you shouldn't, basically the goal of those pay-per-click ads for the business, not for Google, right, is to wean yourself slowly off of those. So that way those visitors are coming to your site organically. But if I'm a pay-per-click agency, that's not my goal, right? My goal is always to get you to pay me.
Yeah.
So that's really, unfortunately, yeah. So putting this all under one agency, if you trust both parties, then that's great. But putting this all under one agency, unfortunately, the SEO part, you need a lot more education, and it's a lot more work, in my opinion, than doing those pay-per-click Google Ads management and creation and stuff. So it might behoove you to just put them all under one roof, because if the SEO, the organic agency is able to do both, their whole focus, or one of their big focuses, should be to wean down that pay-per-click spend, that ad spend, and move you over more into organic building of your authority.
Instead of organic, maybe you should change it to free.
Well, somebody's still got to make that content. So I got to, somebody still has to.
You're not just paying for the click.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it always, this is when you're in business, a lot of it is who do you trust? And a lot of the pay-per-click agencies, they're giant, right? They have tons of sales staff. Really, it's not that difficult to run these campaigns. Google does give you a lot of help, and they'll have, you'll have your own Google Ads person assigned to you who will go through your ads and, make sure that they're at optimum performance and all that stuff. They want you to stay. So if you can even do it yourself, then that's great too. Just the whole thing that ticks me off sometimes is the non-transparency. So we have seen this happen. And when we get on these calls and that pay-per-click agency, they like, yeah, we don't have a report to show you. And then everything stops because, we've given reports. So it's really weird. But, and I'm not in the customers or that client's shoes. So yeah, all I can say is, okay, smile and give them my blinky eyes. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Anyway, it might behoove you to have this all under one agency, as long as that agency knows what they're doing, obviously. So the SEO part is definitely more time intensive, and you need definitely a level of expertise that, in my opinion, you don't need as much for the pay-per-click stuff, in my experience.
Yeah. Sounds like anyone can do the pay-per-click.
They make it pretty easy.
Google likes the clicks.
Well, it makes sense, right? They make people available, and they will hound you if you do not respond, because they really want to make sure that your ads are performing. They have that's how they make money, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess Jamie's answer was at the beginning.
No.
Yeah, probably no.
Could have saved 10 minutes. All right.
But why, Jamie? Why?
No one is the blinky eyes. That's what we like to avoid.
Yes, at all costs.
Always have an answer.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's all I got. Thanks.
Okay. So if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to share it out to another business owner, especially if they're struggling, or if they tell you they're spending $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 a month on Google Ads. Holy moly.
Yep.
They will at least take you out for dinner if you save them $10,000, I would think. Anywho.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
And so, make sure to review us and give us 5 stars wherever you're listening to this. And then if you have a question about SEO, you can always visit our Facebook page or our LinkedIn page. Leave us a question. We'll get back to you as soon as possible, or address it in an upcoming podcast. And if you have any topic that you can think of, chances are we have addressed it. So you can find our searchable podcasts at magnifiedmedia.net. Just click on podcasts, put in the topic, and then you'll find a podcast about it. And we will, if not, we'll record a new one. So let us know.
Yeah. Let us know about that. Hey, I didn't find this on there.
Perfect. All right. We will talk to you next week.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.